Clash of Clans podcast, OG, episode 102. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Scotty 827. Hanging out. I'm your host, Scotty 827. Joined live in studio by the master of the Reddit moderators, the podcaster of podcasters is CoolRick from the RTC podcast. How's it going, man?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm doing fine, Scotty. Thanks.
We were just talking before the podcast. If you haven't, you should go listen to CoolRick's last episode. Well, all the episodes, of course. I was getting in trouble when I say that, I feel like. I thought it was a great episode last week, and hope we can get into it and talk a lot about what you were getting into. So how are things going?
Good, man. Oh, it's been a wild day. There's half my town's on fire, and our house is fine. We lost power. We got some friends who might not be so lucky.
Oh,
Still
no.
waiting on news and the evacuation zones to open back up so they can go check it out. But we're just minorly inconvenienced. But yeah, a lot of people weren't so lucky.
Is that out? I mean, is it still going?
So man, they haven't been update. The local news is really dropping the ball, and I haven't looked in the last half an hour, but it's wild. The fire map on the app I use is the last update was 20 hours ago. So who the hell knows what's going on?
Yeah, we've had fires near here, but it's the same type of thing where it's you don't quite know. You would think it would be everywhere, but it's not quite. A lot of wildfire smoke.
Yeah,
it's a wild time of the year. Well, I hope everybody there, all the Clashers and listeners and anybody affected is hanging in there and safe through all of this. That you're safe as well too. In terms of Clash, how's that going? That you, it's not interfering with your Clash at this point.
It feels weird to complain about my Legends hits. I had to do on my phone instead of my tablet because my Wi-Fi was out.
Oh no.
Well, I have friends who don't know if they have a home, but yeah, I was minorly inconvenienced, but we're back up and running now.
And ready for
otherwise
CWL.
Yeah. I got 3 builders going for the first time in a long time on all the new crafting stations.
Happy Clashiversary.
Yeah, it's 14, right? It is 14.
I lose track. I forget my own age every year too. So
it's the Clash anniversary is how I know how long I've been married because they are the same.
Oh, really? 14 years. Congratulations.
So, yeah, which makes it sound like I have a terrible marriage, but we are happy. It's just the number is more in my face.
How long have you been married? Let me check my Clash of Clans for the cakes. I'll count them. Did you just the year, or is it tied to the month too?
Who actually? Man, because my anniversary is coming up in 2 weeks, so yeah, it's probably pretty close. I don't know the exact day of the Clash anniversary, but my anniversary is 12 to 18 days away. I have to man, I'm so bad.
So we'll put up a link where you can send flowers.
Yeah. Please.
Everybody send flowers for CoolRick and we'll get it all. The best one ever.
It is the 17th.
Awesome.
Yes. Yeah. 100% on that.
I should have looked at the official date of the start of Clash of Clans, but I must have really started playing very, very close to the very
It
beginning.
Oh, I wanna say it might be today, the 2nd. I wanna say 2nd or 14th stands out as me, I don't know.
If it
ChatGPT would know.
Yeah, it would. I should just put that in here right now. I should have it listening to us while we're doing this. If that's the case, I probably started. I know I started before the end of September, so it is really within that first. And I thought it was August, but I'm not sure. I probably
Yeah.
just saw it pop
It
through
it
the ad through the store and whatnot.
yeah. Yeah, it was today in 2012, August 2nd.
Wow, we're at a real Clashiversary.
Yeah, worked out.
So we're starting off with the new rank defenses, or new wait no crafting season, if I can get this right. First thoughts on those?
Oh, I don't like, as far as which one's good, I don't know.
Yeah, if
Like,
you're so for
yeah.
me, I started looking around. The new crafting season gets announced. We have the cake catapult, the hero hunter, the hot candle. I see the first. I saw this was the leak I had talked about a while ago, but you see like the leaks or that I had seen, and then I just don't really, you kind of take it with a grain of salt, because I mean, catapult, it could be somebody just making it up, right? Um,
Yeah.
then Judo came out with the video. I watched that, and there's like CWL is starting, of course, new crafting season. So it's like, which one is going to be the one that rises to the top? Which one should I put my resources into first? He told me Hero Hunter, um, Hero Hunter, catapult, right off the bat. What are your thoughts?
The majority opinion that I've seen so far has been Kickapult is where you wanna put your early time into,
Yeah.
and but, yeah, I mean, they all feel like I did multiple rounds of different balance testing on them all, and, like, they've all felt significant in different ways, and, uh, even through, like, the different versions of them. Yeah, like, they've
The,
all felt like it I don't
you
think
feel
there's
like
gonna
this will
be,
be
like,
a
a use yeah, there's not gonna be a useless one, I wouldn't say. It kinda yeah,
yeah.
like, early ideas is capable, but I really don't yeah,
And
I
to
don't know.
see
I
how
think it's
people adapt them too. Like,
yeah, yeah, it's gonna depend, like, what else comes out too. There's gonna be there's more stuff coming this year, and like that's going to change the meta, and it's probably going to change which one is ideal because we have these for the next 4 or 5 months or however long. So
yeah. So if
anyone's guess at this point.
my here's my thought right away, right? So I can do all three. I had like 1,000 gems saved up, so I was like, I'm gonna put them into. I'm just gonna burn them because now I'm maxed. It's like they're racking up pretty quick. Is so we enter CWL right after crafting season starts. So first off, let me ask you, what's your priority in whatever you choose? Is it HP first?
Like it so this is funny, like this is shout out to Trample who corrected me this morning. But
Oh,
yeah, someone else in our group chat like was like, hey, we need to do HP first, right? And I'm like, yeah, dude, giant arrows. So like, y- but like I had forgotten giant arrow got nerfed. So I guess from level 1 they all survive giant arrow. So it's a
damn it!
non-issue right there anymore. Like this was after I gemmed all 3 at like HP level 5.
Damn it!
Yeah, like I woke up, it was like 6 a.m. I'm like, all right, it's crafting station day, and I just like gem, and
Oh,
and like, oh, oops, but yeah, like I guess they all survive giant arrow immediately.
man.
Like I mean, the HP I'm sure is a little nice, but
So what
yeah,
would
it's
you?
not the same concern that it was.
So Catapult, you learn this, right? how would you have approached it different?
Uh, I like at least all the like levels 1 through 4 are all super cheap and super fast anyway. So it's like luckily I didn't burn a whole bunch of gems, but what I personally did was I gemmed all 3 stats of my K-Catapult to 5, and that's because that's the one I'm gonna be using through
Yeah.
CWL, and now I'm just alternating between it's got, like, the initial attack damage and then the explosion attack damage. I'm just the last day and a half, I've just been alternating those 2 to up the DPS.
Okay. Okay. I feel bad. I've been giving other people advice too. Okay. I'm just going to.
Like, yeah, hey, we're
Oh,
human. We're human. We
this is
we make mistakes,
this is why I can't do a
but
solo podcast. No. I would be worthless.
like, yeah, 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 I wouldn't I wouldn't do a solo one on like just to have
Do it this way.
yeah,
Oh,
like, just something where you can immediately be proven wrong.
I'll never be a strategist YouTuber.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll be the blooper
Oh
guy.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that makes sense. I bought a bunch of builder potions with CWL medals. And I had a whole thing saved up, and I'm just like, I want to be as prepared as possible for CWL. Of course, I look at those screens every time, and I kind of debate it, right? Like the back and forth. Well, but if it's going to be weak anyways, what should this and that. But that's good to know at least that it's survivable. But with the backpack too, I wondered.
No, I mean, like, uh, yeah, like backpack
But I suppose it wouldn't
does.
anyways. It'd probably be
Yeah,
like after a certain point, it's like you either use the backpack or you don't, and it takes it out
yeah.
either way with
What does
it.
the backpack do on damage? I haven't been backpacking in a long time.
I'm so bad at the remembering that
Yeah,
stuff
I'm
because it keeps
I'm not a
changing.
yeah, I'm not a stats guy. So it does 2150. Uh, so yeah, as long as you get to like that's probably level 3 or 4 on most of these.
Okay. So, well, my other
Yeah.
question was, so if you're looking at these defenses, or like these crafting defenses, uh, in early stages, right? So all things being equal, let's say, up to 5. Is there one that's so like with the hero hunter, for example, I thought this one might be just better to have on the board until the other ones get stronger because the other one's not going to really do much at all anyways, and at least this one targets the heroes and maybe put up some help.
Yeah, like yeah, man, like the Hero Hunter one is that's like the controversial one because I see so many people out there saying it sucks and it's terrible, and
I'm
then like other people are like, well, obviously, like no, it because it messes up your heroes if it locks onto your hero, like that hero's screwed,
Yeah,
and then like a lot of the discourse on Reddit has been like well, yeah, well, you just distract it with a totem. Like you could say that for literally every defense. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
it doesn't
The-
though. The totem doesn't target it.
yeah, oh, it's is that not what it is? Like, but yeah, like you freeze it or distract it. Like
Yeah, you could
the
freeze it.
way,
Yeah.
yeah, the way bases are now, at least in Legends, there's so many bases where it's just 3, 4 heroes and a guardian around the town hall, and it takes forever to chew through that. So I'm just thinking you toss your hero hunter in that area. Ugh,
It
I'm
could
just
be.
not. This is such a depressing. I hate those bases, and probably just because I'm terrible attacking them. Like, so if anyone has tips, let me know. But
Oh, those
yeah,
I send
yeah,
my Duke at him with 3 invis and 2 freeze, and I can usually take out most of it.
Yeah, I've been doing Duke with the Electrofangs, and it
Yeah.
just it feels like it does nothing
Well, if
in those areas.
I
Like,
get into there, right, and my only target really is the whatever the I want to say Avatar, the Guardian. I want to make sure I can take him out. And so I'll get him. I'll get the Dragon Duke in there, invis, get him on there, and then when they're grouped together, if I'm afraid they're gonna walk, I'll freeze them in the invis, and then keep invis. And uh, as long as my Dragon Duke goes down by the town hall, even if it doesn't get it, but it's taking out the Guardian and a hero or whatever, as long as that's done, I'm okay. Like, then I can revive him and when I need him later on. And then I just wait to activate him again. But I wouldn't take my advice. Seems to be working for me, but are you like doing the Electrofang walk a lot?
no, I'm not doing like a Fang walk. I'm doing like a Hydra, so it's almost always Duke above my Queen
Oh,
as they're taking one side, and then like a Hydra from the other, and just trying to cut a funnel with some drags and go from there. And I do okay. Like, I'm hanging out in Legends One. I'm not risking demotion most days, so
not in the subway.
it's yeah. Like, I always feel like I'm just like I'm hanging in.
In Legends,
Yeah, yeah. In Legends Ones, I'm just like, I always feel like I'm barely hanging on,
do
but
you get close
it's
to
been okay
demotion? I
lately.
mean, like, is it hard to stay?
Like, I'm kind of gauging my own, like, success or failing in Legends by, like, if I'm staying above 5,000 or not. You can go pretty below 5,000 and be fine before you hit like before you hit the cut line of the top 10,000. But yeah, as long as you're like mid 4900s or higher, you're probably fine to stay. I've been wanting to start, like, looking at the math and just seeing, like, the bulk of all Legends players seem to be these 4,900 to like 5,100. So I'm wondering, like, what the distribution of trophies is throughout the month on Legends. I need to ask someone who's better at math and stats. Like, that's probably like a trample
Yeah.
question. If I can get good, like, good daily Legends data from anywhere.
Do you feel like the rank system is working?
Y- Yeah, I don't think it's a finished product by any means. Like, yeah, it's working for me, at least.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here. Like, I'm
Yeah.
here in Legends One, so
Well, and you
I know,
dip
like,
too, right? Like you went
once, yeah.
down to L2 and you made it out. You made it back
Yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah. Like, I promoted immediately back, so it was like I was prepared for a grind because all I'd heard was like Legends 2 is tough, and it certainly was. I think I just had I had a pretty lucky base. I did all my attacks, and it was like 2.7 stars on average. I didn't feel super confident, but then as, like, as the week went on, as it got closer to the end, I was just watching my rank climb and climb and climb, and I caught a good amount of defenses. So, like, maybe I just got incredibly lucky with a good base.
I've been running that base
And
still.
yeah, yeah, like,
And
because it was like a couple hours before the end of the season. I was like at eighth, and Trample was like, "Yeah, better luck next time." And
and
then
then
I caught like two more one stars in the last eight of hits, and then I ended up in first and promoted again. So it's cool to gloat and be like, Legends 2 is easy, man.
no,
Like,
well it
but yeah, it's probably just got lucky.
it, what it made me think, right, was that lucky bastard, that lucky son of a no. um but I but then it kind of reframed it to say like, hey, he's really good, right? Like you know, like it's maybe I'm not quite at that level, right? Although I feel like
I
I'm hitting like I hit number 4, like 9. It's what I feel like for me is a problem in the rank system, and I which is it's kind of built into the weekly thing is that in a in a week long stretch, the amount of things that can go wrong, right? Like a dropped call or like a dropped Wi-Fi or these things. There's just
yeah.
so much pressure on each of those attacks that what I liked in the regular Legends was that it was like you kind of had the month was the end, right? But it was like the daily thing was okay. I dropped one today. As long as I've survived, tomorrow's another day I can get through. But like, yeah, you 1 star or you drop an attack. I think that was the one I got the fourth place was there was I lost internet connection and that probably cost me that.
Yeah,
So I don't know. What were you
yeah,
saying?
like, I was, like, pretty evenly matched with on offense, like, the amount of stars I got, like, are averaged. My average percent, I was a little lower than some of the other people, but it was, it wasn't far off, so, like, I was holding my own with most of the other guys in the top 10 that I was checking stats on, and then, yeah, it just came down to the defenses at the end. So, I get that, like, it feels like it wasn't really in my control w getting promoted again, which sucks, especially because you gotta wait a week to try a different base, and then
Yeah, that's a hard
yeah,
part.
and you're not gonna know, like, right away if, like, how that base is gonna do, and, like, there could be a balance change midweek, which just, like, okay, like, this is a wasted week now, and you gotta wait 5,
Yeah.
6, 7 days to try again, and like, defense should matter. It's 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 weird for a lot of people that defense matters though because it hasn't in so long.
And that's at first and like in the rank system, I I was looking at it like kind of like the old, thing like in a day, I'm just trying to break even. Um but and it is a little bit of a reframe in thinking to be like, God, my defense is only up on this much. I could be getting, I need to be getting more each time. And like I just was not thinking about it that way. Um,
Yeah. Would you be happier with Legends 3 and 2 if they were if they were a daily format again?
oh yeah, no problem, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, like you would at least have the opportunity to update your base more frequently and try and stay ahead of the meta or, if like, okay, cool, I tried something wild, very obviously didn't work. Now instead of like the whole week being a wash, maybe I would like that. I wouldn't even feel bad demoting again if it were daily.
Yeah, like yeah, I have no problem with where I'm placed in a like a rank system. Like no problem at all. It is just the for me the amount of attacks. I feel like since that change, I'm kind of playing tennis against myself. Like I'm in a court, bobbing, waiting to play like more, and so you kind of start to see it where you're not getting as many daily attacks against novel bases, and I'm just FCing the same bases over and over. You have a day cooldown even in bases and
Yeah.
stuff. And he showed me that place, he showed me the big city the last time. And I got to make some more trips over there. But it does feel like since the rank, I am entertaining myself a lot in Clash in doing,
Yeah, I like in my week vacation down in Legends 2, like I felt like I just wasn't playing for the whole week. Like
yeah,
normally I'll get up. I have 8 Legends hits a day to do, and I'll warm up with a couple Legends FCs, and I'll go from there. And then so it feels like I had 10 to 12 heart attacks every day to do, and then like I kicked the can down the road in that Legends 2 week, and it's still 30 hits or whatever it is. And but yeah, it was like my same 2 warm ups. It was like the amount of challenging attacks I did that week was cut in half at least.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like okay, like yeah, I did the bulk of them in one long session, and then yeah, it felt like I had 6 days where I didn't really play Clash. So I'm curious, like, because they're all the A/B testing and all the judo talks, the interview stuff, like yeah, like we know they're paying attention to those metrics, and yeah, like I'm curious what Legends 2 and 3 is telling them about those player experiences compared to what it was before.
I would be very curious too. And like with like how much, to be honest, I felt like it kind of devalued things a lot. Like, because you're not using your equipment as much. You're not using your and I know it might sound weird, but like if your base isn't kind of being upgraded, I felt like there wasn't as much of a rush, right, to upgrade things, or I didn't feel like, I don't know if that makes sense.
No, yeah, yeah, like I get it. Like um, yeah, like we talked about in my last episode before this too, where like yeah, like I'm a Legends guy now, and like I enjoy having that daily challenge. So it would like having the ranked, like weekly ranked, has never really appealed to me. Even on my lower accounts, I love the 4 week decay. This means I only have to do it once a month. So it's I don't I've never found it compelling or fun the way that I have with Legends. And I mean I'm a big snob too. Like if like
Yeah.
with people are like, "Oh yeah, yeah, like I'm a Legends player." Like, dude, you're in Legends 3, like that's just regular rank mode. Like that's like people used to say fake Legends for in the old
Oh
system.
yeah.
Like yeah, like I think of Legends 3 and 2 is fake Legends now. 'Cause
Well,
yeah, it just doesn't have the same feel.
and when you're talking about yeah, you're making me think about it in a different way. My brain is like recalculating in the um but I wonder what the effect that lack of attacks even on the lower people coming into Clash. Like for some reason, so your last couple episodes, you were talking and kind of got me thinking that, putting some of my thoughts together, there's been such a focus on catching up, right? And catch up, go through, get things really, catch up to everybody in the game. But it seems to me right now that there's like a lack of focus on the end game, where like just in my perspective, right? Legends is a complete traffic jam because you've got it's sliced into 3. Only 3 people are promoting up, and there's a limit. And the problem for me, I think, is maybe that there's a limit on the very top, because what is also happening is it's not just some of the best players in the game have multiple accounts, and so it is being squeezed out more and more to less players. I feel like as people are allowed to have more, multiple accounts in there, um, progression is just gonna it's just gonna stall out. I feel like a year from now or 6 months from now, when Town Hall 19 or whenever it comes out and people are kind of caught up, I feel like it's gonna be, if continued the same, because I feel like it's already starting to be like people have caught their bases have caught up. They've gone through. They're in Electro 33, and their bases are getting to those things, and then it's just squeezing.
Yeah. And like I don't know, man. It's weird. Like the game. Yeah, like I mean, all I can say is I hope they know what they're doing. I hope they have insight because like I see it from both ends too. Like I have accounts that are doing that. I have like my new Rushed account where all of my important defenses are maxed, and I'm not touching supercharges, but like all of the big stuff is finishing to that level today, and I mostly have like a whole lot of low level traps and like collectors and useless stuff. So, and it's permastuck. I hit my 4 week decay. I'm gonna have to do Electro 32 this week. I'm still not expecting to promote just because they're like I mean all my giant bombs and air mines are all level 1, and it's just like I'm not gonna be able to defend it all. Like I can probably go perfect on my 18 attacks or whatever I have, and yeah, it's stuck there. And like you used to be able to overcome that by just having more time. So you could always push higher by just attacking more. So it was
Yeah,
you had a different path to climb. You could have build a better base, or you could be more persistent with your time. And that like the ranked update changed that, and I don't think it was necessarily a bad thing. It like okay, that's a different outlet that is now no longer an option to you. And now they've been backing off the amount of ranked hits people do. They're lowering the decay. They don't want to pressure people, and
Jesus.
that just like it like kind of dilutes the value of ranked and the prestige of it, and all that all the things that ranked could have been that they're backing off. So which is like I get like you got to meet people where they are. Like they're looking at the metrics and they're seeing that hey, like people weren't completing ranked hits. Like people weren't just weren't doing them all. So like let's back off how many you have to do in all those leagues, and maybe it's better. Like maybe they're getting more people completing it. And I don't know, man. It's like
Well,
the average player isn't me.
what
So
and you
I
said
like
in your
yeah,
last podcast, the average player has never played a difficult game, which has been kind of, and I was kind of talking about this, which is funny because, and I mentioned this beforehand, where we're almost recording simultaneously. We haven't talked, but the same things that kind of emerge, the same um, issues. And I think where I, where the rank system kind of is, to me, in a sense, is, and I think you did a nice job at putting it. Now I can't remember how it went, but we're not we're not being trained adversary challenge to be challenged.
no. Yeah, like you're not like I'm the kind of nerd who like
Little
will play
heydayish.
video game. Yeah, like I'll play video games with the developer commentary on. So and like you just hearing these guys talk about um like you have to train players how to play your game when with all the early levels, like in like the Portal games. You ever played
Yeah,
those are real cool,
the
and like and then they
onboarding
have
and
awesome. Yeah, like, yeah, you have to teach people how your world works and develop the skills before you challenge them later in the end, and like that's the big payoff is where like you get these big like aha moments. But yeah, like Clash, I feel like old school Clash used to do that really well, where you would get like the ramp up. You learn to barch really early, like you learn how to farm, and then you get like giants. So you're introduced to tanking and like the range stuff, and then you get healers and then dragons, and then finally you get like complicated attacks where Town Hall 8 is where you really started to do the multi-stage. Like you start with hero stuff or golems, and Town Hall 9 really with Goho, like you learn multi-stage attacks, and it really started to expand from there into the top
Nice.
town halls. And now it like
So
you'll hit
fast.
you hit Town Hall 7 and you get dragons in 2 or 3 days. Like, you'll still have your tutorial shield by the time you get dragons for the most part. And then it's just dragons, and dragons work for you could only use dragons for the entire game. And like,
Yeah.
when does the game get challenging? Like, I'm really out of touch. I haven't been a new player in Clash since 2013. So, like, I don't know.
I think
Uh,
part of it is the creep into the daily, and I'm just, and I'm like kind of spitballing like from one, perspective here. But if you are look at the daily with the events, it's basically like free loot all the time.
oh
So
yeah,
our
yeah, yeah,
daily train, our adversarial, like even just in a regular daily play, like challenge. And then we've got the Tide Wars, right, that you talked about. And that's kind of like these are all the pieces about like the end game with the draws and the things like that. But so we've got all this real pressure on catch up, or real lots of opportunities to all get to the place where we can all just
yeah,
draw.
yeah. Like, yeah, that's I don't. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, yeah, we used to that you would grind and farm to get resources and practice your hits there. Like, the payoff used to be winning wars. That was, like, everything I did in Clash was with the end goal in mind of winning wars, and it was great, and I loved it. And what even is like the payoff now? Like, what are we building towards? Like, a lot of players aren't. This it's a numbers game. The vast majority of players aren't ever going to touch legends, and wars are. Yeah, like, when's the last time you met a player who was like very serious about normal war? Like, CDB well, I guess would be.
Well,
You would like, what's the ultimate end goal in Clash right now? I don't even know. I
well,
I guess CDB well.
when did we start catering to the players that play the least, that want to play the least?
Yeah, like,
Like,
again, like, that's where, like, like, you gotta meet people where they're at too, so,
yeah, like
like,
because
yeah,
if I was a business person, right, I would go. The people that play the most are going to be the ones, the most diehard fans, probably going to spend more money, going to do this stuff. You know, like if we were going to chance it and it could go 50-50, I think I'd favor the people that want to play like more.
yeah, yeah, you have to assume, like, some bean counter somewhere is like, "Hey, the average player is here. This is the," like, I heard a stat forever ago that I probably can't repeat, of, like, the average expected value per player, and it's, minuscule,
Yeah.
but yeah, like, okay, are you gonna go, like, you want a little money from a lot of people, or do you want to, like, just dive in and give the whales what they want, who are spending a lot, and then have a much, much smaller player base?
I'd go for the
And
people
there's
who
gonna
put a tattoo on their chest. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, like, there's gonna be the they're trying to please everyone, like, but every time they, like, split a mode into 2 modes or 4 modes, 'cause you have 4 different difficulties now, like, it it just dilutes the experience for everyone to some extent, and yeah, it's not. I don't want to go back to the days of barge grinding collectors to
Yeah. Right.
farm. Like, a lot of this stuff has been very,
Improvements.
very positive quality of life stuff. Like, no one wants to go back to farming and waiting on troops and all this stuff. But I don't know, like, when you water down a little bit of it, and it diminishes the impact of the stuff that should be having an impact. Like that's why I went on that big half an hour whinge about war not mattering anymore.
For me, I'll just say that's all of it is just about not being able to play as much as I want to play. Period. That's
Yeah.
like, I would really just be happy with increasing difficulty and just with a regular go back to the regular hits and let people progress up. If you get too many in a league, that's make it harder, right? Like
Yeah.
just increasing Titan League and like, up and up. But I was listening to your episode, right? And because you were talking about the war draws and we kind of talking about the ranked and we were um and a thought kind of occurred to me based on your you were talking about the point fives, right? Uh like the 9.5 era or the 8.5, which is like a half a town hall. So it would be 9.5 would be a town hall 10 without infernos, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What um what do you remember? So the glory days, right, of Clash, like in quotes, pops up to me. Um, and I thought kind of came from what you were saying of like, what if the newest town hall becomes um the place where they mark the new like challenge. So like, hey, if you go up, it is going to be very difficult. Where like so in the past you just have people staying at Town Hall 9, right? Cuz it's very balanced. You'd go up or whatever so like the more casual players would know like you were going into a different mode. Like it all went into like L1 mode or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any lower town halls now?
Yeah, I've got like a 10 and a 8, I think.
Go do an FC on your 8 and your 10. Put it on Legends 3. Put it on Legends 2. Like you're not gonna feel a difference.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like it's nothing. So you like they could probably start scaling low and just like just ramp up the DPS and like
But even
I
just
don't
like
think
the town hall as the thing that says,
yeah
if you go into this, if you upgrade, people who upgrade into this are these are the like so it can kind of create that split, like legend split there. So like the newest town halls are always super difficult, and
yeah
that allows people to catch up. I don't know if I'm even making sense on that.
no yeah like I mean yeah, I don't think that like tying it to existing modifiers is probably the way to go. Like
Right, right.
my argument has always been just like make the baseline more difficult. So you could just use like you use the bumps that the modifiers use now, just like increase increase the damage that's coming in.
Yeah. Just make it
And
make it so
yeah,
the way it's
like
just hard.
especially since equipment. Yeah, yeah, and just do that as the baseline level. You could scale it, do it linearly. What like I'm sure someone could tweak it and get it to a point where it kind of makes sense. But you start ramping up the difficulty so where people have to start putting thought into their accounts because you can plan and you can triple in Legends 1 esports modifiers, like, with enough training and skill, and like, there can still be esports mode, yeah, and there probably should be because the game should not be that difficult for the masses,
Right.
not even close. But there's such a gap now between like I wish we could run replays back in different modifiers just to see. Like, I wonder if that's a thing in the dev build. Probably not. But just like
between the
just to watch. Yeah. Like I would love to do just to do do an esports FC and then watch the replay like in normal mode just to see the difference.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like somebody mentioned that. Uh, as it was on Petri's judo talk. Petri's an awesome guy. I'm so glad
Cool.
he got he got some recognition. But um, yeah, just this is like my own, like I need to go investigate because there's 1,040 options in the dev build that I don't even know what they all do. But yeah, it's just to see like just to see the difference in like you can feel it like
Yeah.
because doing a normal attack is a joke. You can mess up, you can whiff giant arrows and little mistakes that would crush you in Legends 1. They're inconsequential, and it's weird to have massive mistakes have no consequences whatsoever.
Well, I had struggled a little bit in CWL for a while there. I mean, I feel like the CWL caliber is a little bit different on some of the bases for me anyways. Like it's a little bit of a struggle besides the normal war. Just like in, like champs or whatever. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. Yeah, like I mean, yeah, like people take it more seriously, and they bring different bases. A lot of them do, but yeah, it's I don't know. Like I'm still, yeah, like I'm not trying to sound like I'm, like some amazing player. I
No,
really
no,
am
I
not.
no,
Like
I
yeah,
get
like
the
I just yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm still disappointed in the state of difficulty in the game. Like
yeah, me too with that.
and just yeah, like the ramp up is ridiculous, and man, I it I it irritates me so much. I said earlier, just like how strong defending heroes are, and how focused you have to be on. Like 10% of the base determines 90% of whether it defends or not. The heroes, sweeper directions, mono, and revenge tower, and that's all you have to care about. The
That's the
spitters
order.
to a smaller
I gotta
extent.
take
I don't know
notes.
about order. I don't know about
No, I'm
ordering
just
them,
kidding.
but like
I'm just kidding.
no, yeah. I mean, just like think about the reasons that you fail attacks, and
Mm-hmm.
at least for me, it's like I didn't get through the heroes. I didn't get like I didn't get through heroes or guardians, or yeah, I didn't deal with the mono or revenge tower well enough, and
Mine are just
that's kind of it.
mostly dumb
Yeah,
mistakes. Lots of dumb mistakes. I'm overgrowthing here, or I hit it in the wrong spot in the middle of the battle, whatnot. Uh, yeah, it's just a lot to think about. I think with where we're at with rank, it's been a huge year. I think like in Clash, some really big changes. Right, I don't know if I could have imagined it a year ago. Like kind of looking forward. To some of the stuff we had just had, like the no wait update kind of thing.
yeah. Like we have got a lot of really amazing updates like the last year, the last
Yeah,
couple years. Like I've talked a lot about like equipment and how like the easier metas that equipment has brought is in some ways ruined like war and taken a lot away from the game. But like equipment is fun.
yeah, yeah,
Equipment's a blast, and like there's all these things that they've added to the game and brought to the game, and individually they're all fantastic and amazing. And it just kind of feels like I mean I have a 7-year-old, and she has like all her favorite foods. And like if we just like, hey, like like asking her to design a dinner menu, it would be like,
pizza.
okay, we're having spaghetti, and we're having grilled cheese, and chicken nuggets, and we're having ice cream, and like you like
Yeah.
it's just like you can take all these small little individual pieces and like they add up to something that's like not quite appetizing, or they're not meshing well into a cohesive game. Yeah,
Yeah.
like all these individually, all this stuff's great. Like I always trust them to nail like the fun of stuff. Like there's
Yeah.
even like there's stuff coming
Look,
further down the line that like it looks fantastic and fun, and like it's gonna be fun. I
just
am
seems a little
positive. Yeah,
unfinished right now with that part of it
yeah,
for the end game stuff for me, I guess.
yeah. It's just like how is it all gonna play in to each other, and how is it gonna work, and what's it gonna make it feel like at the end of the day. Like individually, all this stuff is fantastic, and then you start mixing it together, and it's just not satisfying in the same way.
And it's really like this, like, okay, all of a sudden there's a fix for the wars become normal wars become more difficult, rank does one minor thing and then things are flowing again, kind of thing, like where
Yeah,
there's um where like they can make those adjustments that have those and will probably make adjustments to places that kind of interplay it more and stuff like that, so it's never like finished, I guess.
yeah.
um
They're just like stakes are always on my mind too. Like you, you know, there's pros and cons to the way farming is done now. Like it's certainly fun having 30 electro dragons, a
yeah,
bunch of super drags,
it's not.
a billion whatever spells. Like that's fun. Like and they can do that because there's no stakes to farming. Like you don't have to care how your base defends. You can earn all your loot back immediately and then some with revenge, and so yeah, I don't know, like, but no one cares about it anymore because there's no stakes, and that's why war sucks now. Is there's no stakes to war,
Yeah,
and because everyone gets perfect stars and we all draw, and who cares? Like CWL is stressful and fun and rewarding because like hey, there's a promotion on the line. There's prestige with it. Like your individual attack matters because you only have one. The stakes are what makes CWL matter, and I just want more stakes in other parts of the game.
that's a good way to put it, because I feel like sometimes where I, I don't really like it when things are where you're afraid to lose instead of trying to win, trying not to lose versus trying to win.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I was talking about our war streak where like the good guys is at like 140 or 141 or whatever. I don't even know. And yeah, like I the most you could get me to care about our war is like I don't want to lose that streak.
Yeah,
But like every win does not like wins don't matter. Growing the streak does not matter. Losing it would kind of suck.
yeah,
But yeah, it's I don't know, like that's like it. I,
because there's no
I don't want
win
to
streak
focus
anymore,
on
or like
yeah yeah like I want to chase something positive. I don't want to fear. I don't want to like focus on the negative, like the fear of losing something mildly positive. Like I want
yeah.
to have something to chase.
That's why I'm excited about Titan League, because we're going into that the first time, and I know you guys did last time. Or no,
We got
this is your third time, right?
no the end of well, I don't even know. No, we've had one modifier CDBO. I think we promoted at the end of June, and then the beginning of July we did a Titan 3 CDBL, and now we're gonna do another one because we got our butts handed to us, but with only one demotion, we still stayed. So we're kind of lucked out there.
Okay. Uh, I know you were talking about it and kind of telling everybody, hey, this is going to be a lot different. Did they find that out? Like,
Man, I hope so. Like, I didn't want to be like, uh, man, 'cause I talked about it. I did like I went 5 for 5 to start the our Titan week. So it's Legends 2. So I went 5 for 5. And then I kind of messed up and like, okay, cool. Like I'll have a 20-star week and it'll be fine. And then like I 1 starred on the final hit and like like me and Trample talked about that and I still don't know what went wrong. Like yeah, it was like we both watched it and we're like, yeah, it felt perfect. Who knows? But yeah, like so if I wouldn't have ended the week on a 1 star, I probably would have been a little more a little more righteous in my indignation at my clanmate's performance. But then I
it's
kind of feel like
rough.
I lost a little of the high ground there. But it, like man, I hope the other 14 guys that were going into CDVOL with any minute now are going to take it a little more seriously because a lot of those guys just like didn't like still seeing like people blindly going in legend style. Like the war opened, and there's always like 5 or 6 guys like wanting to flag a base immediately.
Yeah.
And but yeah, but it irritates me seeing people like, hey, the war's been open for 10 seconds. Like, how much have you really planned on this base? Like, well, like, why are you're hitting number one because it's number one, not because like you open it, you're like, okay, and then I don't like I don't
Unless you 3-star,
it
it's kind
it
of like
yeah like
you could have taken longer.
yeah just
Yeah.
like I don't yeah like I don't want to be the only hard ass in our clan like getting on guys about it, so I haven't been.
Did you have anybody just decide they don't want to do that one?
There Trample does the rosters normally. I know there were I 1 or 2 guys after the last CBWL who were like, dude, like just put me in one of the other clans because I don't want to do this again. And then I don't know where they land if they kind of had some time to cool off and came around or not. But I'll find out when we spin. I've been distracted with the fire stuff lately. So
Do you have other clans that aren't in CWL? Or I mean,
that are in,
not in Titan. Sorry.
so yeah on my rushed 18, it's gonna be in Champs 2, I believe.
Do you guys track stats?
I don't. The leadership. It's in one of the Sons of Guns clans, and they have like bots and stat trackers, and then they determine like who goes to what clan. So I know like I'm in a new clan in a higher CWL league that I've been than I've been with those guys yet. So yeah, like they filter like the strongest attackers and best defenders up into their main clan, and then there's like a hierarchy of clans that they kind of go down the line with. I believe that's how it works. At least
Okay.
I just I just go where I'm told.
So if you were gonna, so we're in this position right where we've got one of our clans, one of our 2 CWL clans for the 18s, will be in Champs. One will be in Titan. We're looking at like the modifier between, so because the wars are harder in Titan, we're looking at a modifier for kind of weighing that out, right? Like what would be the equivalent? Like I think the one right now was maybe like 15% or something. I can't remember what Tyler was working on because we're kind of faced with this new challenge. Do you have a thought on that? Like what a modifier would be?
For how to pick rosters
Well, so it'd be
or what are
like
you talking?
this. Like if we got 100% in a CWL hit in a Titan or in a Titan clan, or let's say this, okay, an 85% hit attack in a Titan clan, should be worth 100% in a normal war. Or so
Okay.
like if the, so that way so I guess like it's kind of like a not a it's kind of like a penalty for the people in champs with the hit rate so that it balances out with the Titan hit rate.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's I don't that's kind of tough. Like I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be arbitrary, kind of no matter what.
Yeah.
So I would say like if it were us, if this were Trample trying to say like, hey, like what, like how do I make the spreadsheet to do this? I would kind of say like, dude, just kind of make the call and just own it instead of outsourcing that. Like, well, I don't like. It just kind of feels
Yeah.
like you'd be telling a guy like sorry man, this is what the math says. You don't get to war with us this month. I was saying, yeah, just like
Yeah.
own it.
Well, we were kind of doing it and weighing it that way. We were trying a couple different things. Um, but it's just so that way you can, the people in champs don't get, or I mean, in Titans don't get penalized and get moved down in ranking because it's
Yeah.
with the higher modifier. And so I think there's some experimenting, and I guess this is all new stuff. I even wondered if it was like if we went on performance, right? Like if this was the clan average and whatnot, then maybe that's what's applied to the other clan to balance.
Yeah, I know the way we've always operated in the past has just been, we'll use, Clash King or Clash Perk, just pull up people's like war stats and war hit rate for the last, 90 days or whatever, and just say like, cool, like top hit rates, you guys get to stay in the home clan, and anyone lower, like we'll basically go from there. But now with modifiers, like yeah, obviously, you know, like if you're looking at CWL hit rates, yeah, I think you just gotta say like, all right, who are the top and who are the bottom performers during CWL, and go from there. Like more like a relegation system where like, hey, you guys, like you two did the worst, so like you guys can go down to champs next month, and we'll try two other people. Or I don't know what the culture is like in House of L,
Yeah, what we're trying
or
to figure out,
how well that.
it's really like splitting the roster into two, right? And then like whoever, um, and then we're we're doing a ranking system to try to make it fair to go back and forth, right? Like who's placed where. But when you get like the modifiers start coming in, and we don't have any. Sorry, we don't weigh the modifiers, right? Like, with the legend stuffs right now. But like listening to you, and I brought that up to Tyler, and how we're some of the issues you kind of talked about with like thinking about the L2 different, and then all of a sudden we were looking from last CWL and some of our highest hitters in one clan. Um, one of the guys didn't have any experience in legends, so we're kind of facing like kind of all this stuff and trying to put it together and to make decisions. But in our roster, what we have is like we do top 13 is in the main clan, and then 5 captain's choice, and then the rest, and then dividing out from there. We got 2 other clans that we war in, but
Yeah, how are you guys managing like the swapping out day to day?
we do
Like,
the
'cause
lowest attacks. Um,
okay, yeah,
we were gonna do. There was a rule before, or that we had, or you sat 2 if you did a 1 star. But given our ranking system and or like how the stuff is working, it kind of like goes in a weird way, right? So like 3 CWLs ago, I got a 1 star. So I sat 2 wars. I had a maybe 2 decent ones, and then the fourth one I was the lowest attack. So I ended up with like a 50% hit rate. That's CWL because it
Yeah,
kind of
that's rough.
compounded it up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, in like in the good guys, we always bring like 15, and that's it. So like we don't worry about swapping in and out.
Oh, you just do
And
15.
yeah, yeah, that's it. There's like me and I'll spin my town of 14 just to get some standby medals. So like, if someone misses it, like it's gonna hurt us all week, which is a
Yeah.
different kind of risk. But yeah, we just don't have to worry about like this hot, the hot swapping people day in day out. In on my alt in the Sun's Gun family, the way they seem to do it is yeah, they'll bring like 17 to 18 in these leagues, and then yeah, like this the bottom two get swapped out every single war. And if like uh in champs, like there's some on the days where you get 45 stars, they'll say like, hey, is anyone cool to sit to rotate, and that seems to be it works for me at least. I
Yeah.
haven't seen anyone else complain.
Volunteer
But
for
yeah, if you
tribute,
have
as we
yeah,
say.
I know, like yeah, I was debating, like, saying, "Hey, maybe sit me for War 1," but, like, yeah, we have Wi-Fi back again finally, so
Oh, good.
I'm I'm good to go, and I'm glad I didn't sit. Now I just have to fail if I want out.
You guys are in now? Like it's starting out soon?
Yeah, I wanna say the war will start in a couple hours. It could be now. Maybe I should flag a base.
Nice. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we.
yeah, it started 1 minute ago.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Ushering it in. Yeah, we are. We're gonna spin tonight. Our war was ended a little bit later last night, and I just have to give an update on this. We did have a friendly war against Olympus Gaming. The challenge was accepted, and we did our hits, and they did a really nice job and kicked our butt.
Did you guys put modifiers on?
Yeah, we did the L2 modifier. Uh, I don't know if it was like I didn't 3-star. It looked really good. I think it was a time fail. But what happened was we were like, yeah, let's do the friendly. We set it up, and right before the day of, we woke up to the hot tub on the crafting defense without anything. So we kind of went into it
Yeah, yeah.
like, uh, like my scoreboard got erased. So I'll have to look back at the scoreboard. So we went in. So we had a couple 2 stars, and they did a really nice job. I think we had one. They 3-starred. I think we kind of went in thinking, oh, without that crafted defense, we're gonna just do really well, and I maybe wasted a little more time than I should. But so we decided we're gonna do another one next month. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a nice
Yeah,
tradition to kick up.
yeah, we've flirted with the idea of doing like a warm up CWL, like just toss modifiers on, do our 15 versus like Sons of Guns or one of the other clans. Like, we got a lot of friends over there. Just do like a warm up war, try and get our bases going, and then, but yeah, we just like man the good guys. They're just not like the war hungry clan that is all on board with that, so it hasn't really worked out.
It's
But yeah, man, I would like I would love that. I would love to do like, hey, like everyone pick your best ideal CWL base and let's see how it does against
yeah,
people in a similar league with these modifiers. Let's see what they come up with, and it's
test
like
it.
yeah, like at worst it's just like, hey, a nice little warm up to get in the mindset, and it's just something fun to do. But
What's nice
I
is
haven't been able to drum up the interest.
what's nice is that like because the it is hard to we did it, but it's still hard to get people. And then somebody brought a couple accounts, and just so we could have it. So we only did a 10 in the end. We had to go to a different clan. I think it might have been different if we were in L at the time. But it's nice with that 5v5 and the 10v10 now too, that you can like, because these Fridays, especially like in the summer, can be really busy. The weekends, so just getting people. But that would be a really good. I didn't think about the defensive side of it, like testing the bases.
Yeah, like this one would have been a wash anyway, because yeah, everyone would have had blank or real low level crafting stations. And I know we delayed our spin. We still haven't spun in the good guys, just to have a little bit of extra time for some of our dudes to like realize the crafting station is blank and do something about it.
Oh,
But
we've
yeah,
seen
we've
those for a
definitely
while.
had we've had CDBLs in the past where like you're watching a defense at the last minute and you're like, wait, why does this guy what's that big white tablecloth doing?
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping I can catch a break on rank this week with the crafting
Yeah,
station.
there's probably a lot of people who are gonna be caught off guard with it. Yeah, that's why like I signed up early, thinking like normally I kind of like will stall and try and get like a really easy late spin clam, but I know I signed up early to try and catch some hopefully people off guard for that exact reason.
That's cool. Well, should we do shout outs?
Yeah, yeah.
You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
Thanks for
And I know I
coming.
thanked you in yeah, I know I thanked you in my last episode, but that was like I was kind of sitting around just thinking like, man, I don't know what to do on RTC, blah blah. And I mentioned something, and you said like, hey man, didn't you want to go experiment? And that was
Yeah.
kind of the kick in the butt that I needed to go try something new. And I just want to say like, man, I heard this is like by far the most comments and random DMs I've gotten from people out of any episode we've done, and it's thank you to everyone who reached out and said like that episode kind of like it struck a nerve with y'all. It's always great to hear that when you do something weird and a little different that it's really kind of reaching people in the way that I intended. So that's been great to hear from everyone. So just shout out to everyone who thought to reach out and say what's up and you enjoyed it, man. 'Cause it was fun to do for sure.
I'd also vote you as the next candidate for the Wonder Years voice. I
Oh,
think that
no
was,
way, dude. No,
I
like,
think we get at it.
like, yeah. I don't, yeah, like everyone always like, like you always hear like people tell Tramp all the time, like he has a great podcast voice. And, like, man, I don't, I don't think anyone likes the sound of their own voice. Like I've adapted to it, but I don't think I have a good,
You don't play yourself
I,
on repeat all night long.
no, I still don't think I have a good like audio
I'll
voice for anything.
tell you what though, here's a little trick. Because you're a podcaster, you can just put on one of your podcasts in your office and close the door, and people think you're in a meeting. Boom. Don't tell anybody. um, other shout outs.
I just want to say, congrats to C-Man. He's playing for Enosis now, and they got I want to say fourth in the last monthly. So they didn't get their golden ticket yet. Got a lot of points toward the last chance qualifier though. So really, still
Wow.
hoping to see him hit Worlds again too. So man, shout out to him. Congrats.
We've been so.
Like awesome show, and I know he got a couple triples. Esports mode's no joke. So.
Yeah, just it gets sweaty just thinking about it. We didn't even think about it, or we didn't even bring it up for this month. Even I think it's just been busy, but because it's a lot, so that's amazing. That's amazing. Um, I'll shout out you for being here. I really appreciate it. Big fan, and it's awesome to be able to talk to you about stuff I uh, hear on your show. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Olympus Gaming and Olympus Academy, who was on the show last week, 5 from there, and their win, Smitty, and going live. I was able to finally catch him on at the right time the other night and was able to join his live. You should check him out. He says he's doing it a few times per week. Leo from TikTok, who posts a lot of like ode to OG Clash stuff. And so this week, and listening with your episode and things like that, it's like some of those TikToks of things from the past were like kind of playing simultaneously as uh, throughout the week that reminded me of it. The ranked, the old system with the old legend system. He had just had a post about that last night that really made me think back to how the game has changed. Warpig, Papa Chewy or Chewy, the House of L, as always. And I actually got some shout outs this week. I had some notes that I'm finding. Uh, other shout outs? My damn thing.
No, is it? No, yeah. Like I picked up, subscribed to Olympus, man, and going through some of their backlog, and it's funny. Like, I didn't know it wasn't, like, I hadn't followed him, but I had seen his TikToks and stuff
Oh, it
before,
popped
and
up?
him, and he talked, yeah, and, like, so I was like, "Oh, yeah, I know this guy," and, like, he talked about doing war with, like, the Cuban Ballers, and I see their TikToks all the time, so,
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah.
cool to see. It's cool to see, like, all these guys starting getting mentions, and it looks like, yeah, and, like, it just looks like that's such a fun clan to
Yeah.
be in, that where they're doing that kinda stuff, so, yeah, man, like, yeah, if you're listening, man, just, you keep it up,
It's,
man. You make fun stuff.
it's kind of cool to see. Hadn't really noticed so much except for, in the last, maybe, year, I guess, like we're really used to like Itsu and judo and just strategy videos, but there are a lot of other clash videos out there, and so like
Oh, yeah.
Olympus Gaming, he's not doing the necessarily like the strategy stuff. He's kind of making just different content, and like this Leo from TikTok, he's been, from what I've seen, lately, like just been posting um odes to OG Clash kind of stuff. So it's fun to see the diversity in that content too. And
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, like, every time I go to YouTube or whatever, it's always like it feels like I'm on a mission looking for something specific, like, how do I go execute, like, this attack, or
yeah,
there's this new equipment, like, like, what are the ways I haven't considered, it's, like, work to an extent, and then, yeah, it's nice to just be, especially on Shorts or TikTok or whatever, just scrolling and see something, like, just see guys having fun in the
yeah,
game.
yeah,
You're
for
like,
sure.
"Oh, yeah," like, that's what Clash is also. It's not just, like, stress and work and
Clashing from
turning my
different
hair gray.
places. Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, you're doing the live shows still, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do you
we're
have it?
gonna do another one here in a week. Yeah, it's just, yeah, like, that one-off one was more just like, yeah, I was like, "Man, I don't know what to talk about live." So,
Yeah,
and then, like, I'm gonna butcher the saying, like,
it'd be hard to do.
there's something about invention being, necessity being the mother of invention. Like, I
Yeah,
just I needed something to do, and that was,
that's
yeah, I was
cool.
like, "Oh, cool, I'll try a solo offline one." But, yeah, I'm not looking to change up the format of RTC, and, yeah, we'll be back doing live interview stuff, and,
Do you have it
yeah.
set for this week yet? Like when you're doing it?
Yeah, no, I'm so bad. Like,
Okay,
it's
I'll
it's
I'll
so funny,
share it.
like, the lesson I should take forward after, like, getting so much positive feedback from that solo one was like, "Oh, cool, like, if I plan ahead and I have an idea of all the things I wanna accomplish, and, like, keep it well thought out, like, it comes off really well." And I'm absolutely not gonna learn that lesson, because it'll be Friday afternoon, and
Yeah.
I'll be texting people like, "Oh, hey, like, I know short notice, but, like, are you free in 12 hours to go do
A
this?" And then we'll just wing it, and, yeah,
lot of
like,
stuff can happen in a week when you make plans. It's hard to do
yeah,
it like kind of.
it's anniversary month. There's a lot of content to talk about. So, like, it's always it's a trap, man, because it feels like, oh, RTC is gonna plan itself, but
Yeah.
and then you show up and you're like, oh well,
Get this to
like,
do, this to do, this to do.
yeah, like, tell me your thoughts on any of this,
Yeah.
and then hopefully it edits down to something clean.
Yeah. There'll be a lot this month to talk about, I think, with all the new
Yeah,
defenses
yeah,
and things. And
yeah. I mean, there's real fun stuff still coming that
ooh,
it's like anniversary months are always a blast. I think they really nailed it. Like the card stuff, we didn't talk about the card stuff, but
oh
like
yeah,
the card stuff's really cool.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's it's
We're in
new,
store.
it's novel, it's fun. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Maybe on my next episode, I'll go back through the Clashiversaries and kind of highlight some of them. But if I think about, what other things have kind of come out in the past. I don't know if I've done that before.
No, yeah, the history, dude. No, man, like history lessons, dude. Like they connect with people. Nostalgia bait is good content. Apparently, I've learned this week.
Yeah, I love hearing about it too. Yeah, like I made a bunch of notes, like the 0.5 stuff and things like it's super cool.
I know, man. I was looking back through like old Reddit posts of oh, this is like a guide to 8.5 that I wrote in 2015 to post on Reddit. It's like
Oh,
it
that's
was a great
awesome.
time.
That's awesome. Looking back at it all. How should people find you, get a hold of you?
I'm easiest to get a hold of on Discord or Reddit. Like I keep my chats open. I don't think you have to friend request me. Just Congressman CoolRick, and find me on Reddit or Discord. I'm in 90% of Clash Discords. It feels like I got a giant list. Just tag me somewhere, send me a DM. What if you need to get a hold of me? I'm on Twitter, X. I think I'm at CoolRick Reddit, but I don't really use Twitter, so I'll probably get a notification on my phone if you tweet at me. But yeah, I don't really use it too much.
You can listen to the RTC podcast, Reddit Talks Clash podcast. You can find it on all the podcast players. I would definitely check it out. You can get a hold of me at clashclanspodcast@gmail.com or clashclanspodcast.com. You can find my contact info, House of L info, and info on the other podcasts too. So until next time, keep it clashy, everybody. Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.